It is.
What? It is an elephant cum. What the hell? Where'd you get that?
Madrid. Some
Oh,
stores. Yeah, it's beautiful.
shit. That is a beautiful
Right.
cup.
I think we're actually live for real this time. Welcome to the Solid Sound
We are.
Podcast. We talk about Japanese music news and other music related things. We have Maximum the HORMONE doing some weird stuff again, per usual. They always do something weird, but they got new music, so that's always a good thing. Oh, but also my reaction was blocked, and that really sucks. So we're gonna talk about that today. We got some Bridear in the news. We got some Love Bites. Got some Baby Metal. We're gonna talk about. Firewind was compared to a Japanese metal band, which was interesting, which Joe's the drummer for. So I thought that was interesting to see that in an article. How do you feel about that one?
I was surprised. It doesn't really sound like Firewind to me. Like I don't really see the comparison. But
Yeah.
for me, like they're more on the modern, like slightly extreme side. You know what I mean? Except the vocals, but the music is a little like more extreme than Firewind. So I would have like I can see definitely an old school Bullet from a Valentine comparison, for example, but not really Firewind.
For Bridear?
Yeah, for Bridear, yeah.
I can see how they got that comparison because it's like kind of the old school sound. If you get to put the mic up, by the way, just a reminder.
Oh, sure. Sorry. No, we did release a couple of albums with the same producer, Frederick Nordstrom, but yeah, that was a while ago.
Oh, okay. So he was your producer before? Which albums did he produce for you guys?
He did Allegiance and Premonition, which was 2006 and 2008. So yeah, a while ago.
Yes, this was an article from Metal Hammer. It says Bridear are writing their own book of heavy metal. Japan's heroes offer a unique spin on power metal with Born Again. So they're working with this producer. They've been working with Frederick Nordstrom for a while, right?
Yeah. Are you guys familiar with the book of heavy metal?
No.
Have you heard of that before? Okay, so the producer Frederick Nordstrom has a band called Dream Evil, in which Gus played also, by the way. Yeah. And they have this song. I mean, it's an album actually, an album and a song called "The Book of Heavy Metal."
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit! So, yeah, that.
It's kind of like how do you call that? Like a satirical band. It's like it's kind of like Steel Panther, but on the power metal side. You know what I mean?
Cool. Yeah. Know what you mean. So is that what they're referring to in this? Because I was confused because in the article it's like Bridear are writing their own book of heavy metal on their 5th album. Musically, they've gotten more in common with likes of Firewind. That's why I was like, what? And with Baby Metal. But the all-female quintet from Fukuoka have nailed down a sound that is only quintessentially Japanese and uniquely theirs. And it is unique. The vocals are very unique on there. There's nobody that sounds like her in a Japanese metal band. Because sometimes some of the Japanese bands, just like anywhere, it doesn't matter where you are, you're always going to get similar type vocalists, and she does not have a similar type vocal kind of style. She has a very unique style. Would you guys agree with that? Right. Yeah. I can't think of anyone that really sounds like her. It's very different for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what I was saying. The music for me sounds more like Old Boy from a Valentine, and then the vocals is just them. I mean, it's her. It's like I haven't really heard anything similar to that.
I'm trying to think of comparison. I'm trying to think of what Bullet for My Valentine's. So like,
I don't really remember.
What song? I think of them as like heavy metalcore riffs. So I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't know, like the band Waking the Demon or something like that. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I never.
That's what I'm saying. Like old school. I haven't heard what they've done recently, but yeah.
I always associated Valentine. I always associated them with like emo stuff. So I'm like, back then I was all against emo music. Then, I'm like, screw that shit.
No, they're pretty cool. I like.
Now I like it. Good. Now I listen to a lot of pop punk and probably emo stuff. Well, a lot of pop punk is considered emo too, which is like what? So I don't even know.
Pop music. Pop rock music is considered like emo?
Yeah, like when you do like go to like emo nights and stuff, and then you hear like Sum 41 and Blink-182. Apparently, those are falling under the emo category. I'm like, how? But I don't know.
They're happy.
Yeah,
they're not emo. They're very happy.
they're not crying.
I don't know about happy all the time.
Yeah, I mean, they're not always happy, but
let me know what you all think. By the way, I just want to welcome people in the chat here on the live stream. If you guys are listening on Spotify or any of those streaming services, we do this live on YouTube if you ever want to be part of live chat. Welcome, J Music fans, Simno, Glenn, Ryan, Pubaka, Felicia, Ken. Guys, welcome. Welcome to this podcast. By the way, if you all are waiting for my Maximum Hormone reaction to drop, it's not going to because they blocked it. You fucking believe it?
yeah, that sucks, dude. That really sucks. I can't believe why would they block it? What was the purpose of blocking it? It's such a great song.
I disputed it, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully they'll let it. You know,
I kind of feel like that band has, you know, a lot of mystique behind it. You know what I mean? Like they like don't really release songs that much, and I think they want to keep it a little, you know, more underground in a way, but they're absolutely not. You know what I mean?
I know. That's what's wild about Maximum Hormone. They do this shit all the time. They're known to do this. They're known to troll their fans. And that's why I can't remember which song I heard. Oh, when I heard like that 60-second snippet and never got another one. And I was so pissed off. And they're like, oh, Maximum Hormone finally trolled Alan. So now he's an actual fan. So as a fan, you're supposed to be trolled by Maximum the Hormone. But they go a step further, by the way, with this song. They at the end of it, I'm like watching the reaction. By the way, the reaction's up on Patreon because it was blocked. It's absolutely free over on Patreon. So I was able to post it over there. If you're curious, if you want to watch it, or if you want to wait for it to get released on YouTube, hopefully they'll let it go. But besides that, so we get to the end of the video, right? And it says, warning, this is not the official mix. Like, this is just like one mix of it. So the track is released only in physical formats and is not available in digital formats. So you can't even fucking stream the song at all. It's like
that's pretty old school actually, because I remember when I was like 8 or 9 years old, like I used to buy those little singles, you know, where they had one like the original song, then they had the video clip version that was cut, then they had a different mix, then they had a fourth version, and then maybe you had like an extra bonus track or something. But yeah, that's pretty old school.
Did you guys ever? I refuse to buy those CDs that only had 1 or 2 songs on it. I'm like, fuck that. Why? I'm waiting for the album. I don't know. It's a waste of money. You spend like $6 on that. The album's gonna cost $10 anyways. Why the fuck would I do that? But then they got smart
marketing, you know. They're making double the money.
But then they got smart and threw some extra covers on there. AFI would do that before AFI blew up. They would put like a Misfits cover on there or something along with their single. They would like hit it, and it was actually really good. I think it was like they did Halloween or something. But this is just Maximum Hormone. It's such a Maximum the Hormone thing to do. I couldn't believe when I read it. It's like, music in this video clip is a special mixed version and also different from the original version included in the CD. I'm like, for fuck's sakes, like, how different do you guys think the CD version is going to be? They're just going to take out that extra vocalist that they had on it?
Well, weren't they going to have a different vocalist also? Like the singer from the movie or whatever? I don't remember. You mentioned something like that, right?
Well, there is another singer on there in the song.
Yeah.
Is that the actor?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Is this guy's name Toma Ikuta? Is that right? I was trying to look for it. So I think that could be him. Chat, let me know because I'm not sure. I couldn't figure out who the other singer was. Joe said it is actually MTH controlling this, or the record company. They still only sell CDs and no vinyl records. The fact that they're not putting on streaming platforms, which is kind of insane that they're not doing that, because I think they're missing out on some opportunities there, but maybe they don't give a fuck. They probably don't care. They don't care, obviously. And like Joe just said, it adds to the mystique to them. But the thing that's interesting, if you look at the video and you look down here, you can see that it was published because that's how they copyrighted me and blocked me, right? You have to publish it. So what streaming platforms maybe they just published it and then it stream it anywhere? Like, that must be because they're with Warner now. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm fucking confused behind Maximum Hormone's decision making. I don't know what's going on here.
But what record company are they on?
with Warner Music Group.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird that they don't even have vinyls because they would sell in like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Just says he's an actor, the person that's in it. So he's not actually singing. Don't tell me that.
Well, it says actor singer. Actor singer.
Yeah. Okay, I was about to say. I was like,
you just stopped reading. You read actor and stopped reading.
You just focus on one, but then completely disregards what's
great conversation here, guys. Joe was supposed to do the research. I mean, Nubs was supposed to do the research for me. You know, just waiting for him to chime in with all the facts.
When was I supposed to do that? That was my job. When was that?
It was your job.
When? You never informed me of this.
Like, yeah, man, I'll do that. And then he just started.
No, I watched and listened to the song. It was a great fucking song. I absolutely loved it. But the research part.
Yeah. Let's talk about the song. The song.
Yeah, have we talk about that?
Nubs, go for it.
I thought it was great. I loved the composition. I loved the vocal. I loved everything about it. I loved it. And I've been really hit and miss on Maximum the HORMONE. Mostly hits, but this song, I loved every second of it. And the video quality, and I loved every second of it. Except for the end. It looked to me, I might be wrong, but it looked like they put ketchup on Omelette, and that was just like blasphemy to me.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that like my American ass thought it was eggs.
Oh, it is eggs. Omelette is where they make like an omelet. That sits on top of rice and opens up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I was kind of right.
Maybe it's not ketchup. Maybe it's blood. You don't know. It's okay.
Maybe it's blood. Then that's fine. Blood would be fine. Ketchup, no.
It's fucking disgusting, though.
No, blood is that's delicious. That shit is.
Blood's delicious.
Yeah.
Blood's banging.
No, the eggs. Omelette is delicious. Omelette. I'm talking about the blood. Maybe that's good too. A little iron. That's fine.
Who puts ketchup on their eggs? Chat.
If we do,
Japanese people.
Japanese people do.
Japanese people do that. Yeah,
they do, and it's blasphemy. I agree with a lot of things that Japanese do, but that's one of the things that I do not. That's
one thing I regret not trying. Actually, a friend of mine had one just in front of me, an omelet with ketchup on it, and it looked freaking good. And I was like, "What? No, I wasn't hungry," and so I said no. But I regret not.
It's okay to try. It's okay to try, but just.
My son puts ketchup on his eggs.
See, that's bad parenting. You fucked up.
No, I hide the ketchup from him. I'm
good.
I hide it.
He finds it.
He does find it. He doesn't give a fuck. He finds it somehow. I don't know. I always thought putting ketchup on eggs was like a redneck thing, to be honest.
What?
Yes.
Okay. All right. No, you just shut up. Just stop talking. Stop talking. I don't want to hear your bullshit. That's fucked up.
It's like
Northern
New York. I think of like going to the trailer park and like going there. Yeah, the canned beans.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Dude, I feel like that's the kind of thing that you would try when you're high, because you like whatever comes, eggs, ketchup. Okay, fine. Tuna. Okay, sure. Yeah.
I want to really freak out Joey right now. We're gonna really trigger Joey. Felicia says some people put ketchup on their spaghetti.
Some people belong in the loony bin.
I do. Sorry.
No. Nunes. No, I'm done. Sorry. Mr. Nunes.
Okay. Hear me out. I was so against it. I was so against it for so long. And then I tried and I was like, holy shit, that's actually really good.
No.
It is. It is. I understand. I see your point. I hear you, but no, it's actually pretty good. You put a little cheese on it. Also, it's like amazing. And it's like when you come home, you had a long day. You don't have that much time to cook or whatever, or you're hungover or whatever. You're half drunk still. It's great.
No, then what you do then? You don't go grab the ketchup. Grab olive oil. Just put some olive oil on the fucking pasta. I don't care. That's fine
great too.
It's fucking weird,
that's great too.
It's good. Go for it. But not the ketchup.
It is.
See,
good,
Maximum the HORMONE. See, look at what they do to us. They trigger
us. We're talking about fucking ketchup on pasta. I would.
We're gonna break up the podcast just because of them.
Yeah, the podcast is gonna be over.
No, it's over because Nunes puts fucking ketchup on pasta. He can play.
Yeah.
He causes. No, I can't. I just can't.
You know, there's a thing we have in Belgium and a few other countries in Europe. I don't know if you have it in the States, but it's called curry ketchup.
Mm.
So it's like
Curry
a ketchup, but with a little aftertaste of curry.
I don't know if I want that. But anyways,
You
That's right.
guys don't have it, but yeah, that's like
the song,
yeah.
guys.
The song, guys. This is not a cooking channel.
Whatever.
Okay?
Anyways,
The song is fucking great. All right, I absolutely loved it. It had
Yes.
fucking every dude. When I was doing my reaction, right, I went to one part of the song, and it literally just sounds like a dance song.
Yes.
If you play like 5 seconds, I showed you that 5 seconds, you would have thought it was just like a dance number or like some pop song. And then you go to another part and it sounds like a death metal song. You go to another part, it sounds like a blues song. I'm like, how do they do this? But when you listen to it as a whole, you're like, it all makes sense, right? But when I went back and tried to put on certain parts, it was phenomenal. It was amazing. But it's really good. It's just, they are the best at genre blending, period. And a lot of it has to do with the vocalist. The vocalist is what keeps it glued together cohesively. And as you guys saw, they had another person sing on this song.
Yeah.
You could put any singer on a Maximum Hormone song. You can make it work, you know? And I think that's the charm with them. They're able to just have all these different genres, and it still sound good with the vocals. And then they understand that to put in melody, you know, they still have melody in there to have it caught in your head and things like that.
Yeah.
I will say this is not the catchiest Maximum Hormone song.
No.
Still has some catchiness to it, and it's still enjoyable. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, no, I thought this was an amazing song. I loved everything about it. And I thought that guy did a good job. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. It's very classic Maximum the HORMONE.
Yeah,
like you said, it may not be the catchiest one, but you know, there's this super catchy pop chorus and then a death metal verse or whatever, or bridge, or you know, it's amazing.
What did
I
you
love
guys
it also.
What did you guys think when that bass line came in? Did you
yeah.
the bass comes in and it immediately sounds like Maximum the Hormone.
Yes.
I was like, Hui-chan has a distinctive tone. He is probably one of those top tier basses, in my opinion. And the reason why I say that is because he has his own tone. Like I recognize his bass. I knew right when he started playing like Maximum Hormone. You know what I mean? It's just like this sound, like it's so classic. Like I don't know, it's just the way he plays, the tone that he chose. Anybody else that would try to do that would not sound the same. They could play the same riff like that. It would not sound the same. It's just something he does differently, other than just what he does with tones. It's in his fingers too, just the way he plays. It's just really cool. Maybe it was just that classic chord structure that Maximum Hormone always uses too. There's a lot of that. But I don't know. When that bass entered in, I was like, oh man, I'm excited. I had like the biggest fucking smile on my face. When I was
the intro. Yeah, as soon as that kicked in, he's like, oh, this is gonna be good. I know it. I know this is gonna be good. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
The comment section is just talking about ketchup and sandwich and peanut butter.
They are. They're still going on about
the Fuck Maximum the HORMONE. You want to talk about omelettes and stuff.
Maximum Hormone caused this. It caused this issue with food. Joe, from a drummer's perspective, what do you think about the drumming and everything throughout this song?
Awesome as usual. Yeah. No, she's a great drummer. I didn't notice anything particular, but no, of course, great drumming for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. It was a solid song. Chat, would love to know what you think. If you watch this later, drop us a comment what you thought of this song. Absolutely amazing. I hope they let me release my reaction. Did anyone else get up a Maximum Hormone reaction for this song? Or did everybody get blocked?
I never really looked.
Yeah, I'm probably the only one that got blocked. Maybe.
I don't blame anybody for blocking you. I block your ass anytime I get.
I could have tried re-uploading it. I should have done that, but let me see. Type it. I don't know. Chat, let me know. Is there any reactions on it? Normally I get notified about a bunch of Maximum Hormone reactions if it does happen, but yeah, I don't see anything honestly for this. I just see older songs being reacted to. But who knows? They barely release music anymore, so probably people forgot about them. Maybe not a lot of people have done them. But yeah, I see no reactions for the new song, guys. That's wild. There's no reactions right now. There was one up last night, says Joe in the chat. Wow. All right. There it is. So any last thoughts on the Maximum Hormone stuff?
Just I hope they keep making music like that.
Yeah, same. Also, Baby Metal met with Love Bites. What do you guys think about that one? That's kind of a crazy meetup. I mean, Love Bites is getting really huge in popularity. They're starting to get bigger and bigger. But I thought that was wild to see that. Does anyone know?
They met at a festival or something in Europe, right?
Yeah, I think it was a festival.
Mm-hmm.
So what did they do? Like they hung out, they had coffee, or
did they have
omelette
like an
with ketchup or something?
No.
they have eggs with ketchup.
No, like did they what were they doing? Like were they
took a picture together. So
okay.
It made me pretty excited about that because if they did a picture, you know, there's always chances of collabs and stuff like that. Which brings me to another point that Joey mentioned before we started this. He says he hates collabs, apparently.
Oh, Resurrection Fest, not Hellfest.
I did not say I hate collabs. I just hate the overabundance of collabs going on. Like there's like a new culture of collabs that's been created.
Collabs?
Yeah, like I feel like there's been like an increase of collabs over the last year or two. Like there's been a lot.
Tripping. No, there needs to be more collabs. You're wrong.
Am I wrong that there's been an increase, a crazy increase in collabs?
I don't think so. I think it's been about the same.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you're bullshitting me.
I think
it's because you're not aware of it, and now you see them all at once, and
that is possible, and that's definitely possible for a lot of things. Like you didn't realize how much there was of something until you get put into that culture.
True, very true. I think collabs are good. I think it's a brilliant thing to have. Charles, thank you so much for super chat, guys. These super chats really help out the podcast, so we really appreciate it. It says Love Bites meets Baby Metal, but Baby Metal cuteness overload collab Baby Bites, and yeah, it'd be cool to see a collab with Love Bites and Baby Metal. They could definitely pull it off easily.
Oh yeah,
easily.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking top musicians, you know. Backing up Baby Metal. I mean, that's what Baby Metal has been all about, is they've had world-class musicians playing behind them since, you know, the start. So having Love Bites with them on a song would be really cool. Do you think they would do a Dragon Force type song, or do you think they would go outside the box and make it really progressive? What do you think? What do you think a Baby Metal Love Bites collab would sound like?
Well, they already did a Dragon Force like song, so I don't think they would do another one.
True.
So
I feel like they would go with the Love Bites kind of music, because usually when they do collabs, like they how can I put it? It's like so they'll pick a band, and then the band will write their own song or whatever, and then add Baby Metal to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of always feels like it's not a Baby Metal song, but it's another band's, you know, with Baby Metal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a Callboy with Baby Metal additive. Like they've added Baby Metal to Callboy.
Yeah.
Rather than the other way around.
So I feel like it would be more of a Love Bite kind of song with Baby Metal.
I agree.
From the chat, we got Undead Ninja says Love Bites has done super progressive stuff recently, so I could see them going that route. Jen says I would definitely see a Dragon Force style from that collab. Deacon says Fami and Moa Metal smiling together in the same video would blow up our monitors. True. I agree. It would. It'd be a cuteness overload for sure. So also, shout out to Ninja. He gave me this article from a French press, I believe, French press release. Or that sounded horrible. Not the coffee machine, you know. Press. You know what I fucking mean, all right?
Are you sure? Are you sure? You sound very confused.
But they were in this article. I forget the context of this, but apparently they're gathering a lot of steam and stuff from that concert over in France. So they almost never come to France, despite a discography already rich with 4 albums. Their presence is therefore an event. Other women who were hit with Love Bites, 5 young Japanese women dressed in white who ranked this is a rough translation, by the way, who raked up everything in excess in half an hour. This power metal group gives no quarter, playing only its fastest and most powerful songs with a dexterity that leaves you speechless. The singer never stops soaring with high notes. She's incredible. Sami is incredible. The drummer is a real human octopus. What a name. The guitarists deliver riffs of speed of Shinkansen, which I'm not sure what that is. But
it's a bullet train.
Yeah, it's Shinkansen bullet train.
It's a bullet train.
Oh, okay. So, but maybe Undead Ninja will give me some more context here. One was a top 10 bands to look out for another report after this set. Okay, so they were considered one of the bands to look out for in future. In the future, why not? Also, Baby Metal get their first gold because of their collab with Bring Me the Horizon.
That's right, from them. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so it's technically Baby Metal's first gold certification in the United States. The aforementioned trio of certifications were handed down by the RIAA yesterday, June 25th. So it just happened. I didn't know it was that delayed, though. I mean, Kingslayer's been out for a very long time.
Yeah.
This is not.
How long ago did it come out?
Oh, is it 5 years ago now?
5.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah, that's real.
Like 2 or 3. 5.
Let me look it up real quick. Maybe Andrew can pull it up. When it's just after COVID. So yeah, 4 years ago. I mean, because I started in January of 2020, right?
Damn.
But let me just look this up real quick.
I was surprised actually. The article mentioned it was their first gold in the US.
But 3 years ago is when it came out. It's coming up on 4 years because I remember it came out in December. So yeah, this December will be 4-year mark. But isn't that a long time to wait for a gold to be issued?
It seems like a long time, but I guess I don't know really the comparison to others who have gotten gold. I don't know how long that usually takes.
Yeah.
Also, it's roughly like 5 million streams from what I read in the States. It's 500,000 copies, like physical copies, and the equivalent of 5 million streams, which is weird. I thought they would get it like long before because both bands are massive.
Right. Absolutely.
So yeah, but congrats, it's great.
No, that's amazing for them. Hell yeah. Yep. Hotspot, thank you so much for the super chat. He said Baby Metal also met with Slaughter to Prevail, and they teased a possible collab together. Have you guys heard of Slaughter to Prevail?
Not at all.
Dude, oh my
I have.
God. So good. None of you?
I heard of them, yeah.
Oh, why'd you laugh when I said they're so good? You don't like them?
No, actually.
Yeah, why are you laughing?
Oh yeah, like, oh God, here we go. Here we go.
No. I have heard of them, but to be honest, I don't remember what they play. I'm sure it's like extreme stuff, yeah. But I don't remember the
I want a band that has something extreme like that, like Massacre something, and it's just like pop, bubblegum pop music.
What?
And they're just like murdering people happy on
like raining blood, but with like happiness.
Yeah.
That would have to be a Canadian band, right? Like those extreme names.
Yeah.
I think coronal dislocation, whatever, and then I don't know. And then
Andrew,
super happy music.
Let's play a clip of Slaughter to Prevail for a second. We could play like a 5-second clip. I'll have him fire that up so you can hear that. Joey, Nubs, you haven't heard Slaughter to Prevail?
Nope. Nothing. Nothing.
We need just give him a little clip of it. Just 5 seconds.
Give me a clip. Hit me with a clip.
Hit him with a clip. Or I guess I could play it too. If you can't grab it. Let me see. I'll pull up this. Here we go. All right, we should probably stop it there. That didn't really do it justice, but Joey's face. Hold on, I'm gonna bring up a clip real quick. I'll give you.
I don't know if that's really what you want to go with here. I mean, It sounds like you put on a movie or something. Like I don't know. Was that a song? Like I'm very confused.
It was part of a song. It was part of a song. Here, let me go to the most played part in a song here.
I mean, I liked what I was hearing. Like the How he do that? How he do that? How he do that? You hear that? With his fucking throat, like what the fuck?
Dude, he's fucking a beast, bro.
That's fucking impressive.
Yeah.
How the hell?
I fucking love his screams. They're good. So that with baby metal is what we're saying.
Like we can't focus on one topic, right? It's like it always goes somewhere else.
That would definitely put the metal in baby metal for sure. Like, you might as well call it baby death metal. Baby death metal would be the new name at that point.
I feel like if they did a collab with baby metal, baby metal would come back with beards. Like they'd have full-grown beards. Listening to that, that's
super muscular. Hair on the chest. Yeah.
Right.
I think it's gonna be great, man. I'm such a big fan of like clean vocals with some screams here and there. So I think it would be fantastic. Another band that would sound great behind them. I mean, listen to the quality of this mix too. I mean, it'd just be so good. It'd just be so good. Well, chat, what do you think? What do you think we would get with a Slaughter to Prevail and Baby Metal collab? I really think it's going to be more focused on Alex Terrible, of course, doing like his vocal thing. I don't think they would bring the band.
Alex Terrible is the singer?
Yeah, he's a singer.
I know that guy. How could I have known
He's
Alex
right next
Terrible? And yeah, he's right over here. I hear it all the time. No,
Yeah, he's right.
how the fuck have I know Alex Terrible? I don't know the band he's fucking in. How the hell? I don't know how I managed to do that. I don't know how I managed to do that.
Hey,
because I know I've watched videos with him on it. Like he was like showing how like his growls and how he fucking sings, and I've watched those videos, but I've never knew what band he was from.
Yeah, it's because his YouTube, like it even says Alex Terrible, but he releases the Slaughter to Prevail music on his channel.
I don't know how I didn't know that. That's fucking ridiculous.
Is he big on YouTube? His channel is big or something?
Yeah, it's 1.25 million.
Yeah, he does.
Might be why. Yeah, it's probably bigger than the like. He's more known as a person than the band, I guess. Or
maybe.
Yeah.
Totally, that'd be badass.
Joe, what do you think for a collab?
About what? Oh,
with
collab. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. It doesn't really fit.
You don't think it's gonna work?
But why not?
We got screams in Megasune. There's some songs with screams in it and some baby metal.
Yeah, but that's a whole other level, right?
It's like the other side of the spectrum.
Yeah, this is like way extreme. But I don't know. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it would sound awesome. I don't know.
I'm picturing a Megasune style baby metal song with him on it. That's what I'm picturing as a collab. No,
yeah, but then it's more him only that they would collab with them, not the band. With them.
I don't think it'll be the band. I think it'll be the vocalist. Yeah, just Alex.
Yeah, then why not then? Yeah,
I don't think it would be the band, but they have some heavy stuff and they have a lot of progressive stuff too. I mean, you got like, can't remember. People were telling us we just released a baby metal cover, by the way, guys. And if you can, please watch that video because I had to re-upload it, so the algorithm completely destroyed our video. We just released a baby metal cover, which Nubs is on it. He's playing bass for us in that song too. So you guys should check that out. But I forgot where I was going with that. Where was I going with that? I don't remember.
You don't know?
Forgot.
Did you just have a brain fart?
Yeah, I did. What did I say before that?
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, you weren't.
I wasn't paying that.
I'm just kidding. Kidding.
As he still doesn't tell me what I said earlier.
Oh, I don't remember.
Well,
You were talking about.
I forgot where I was going with that.
I don't know where we were going with it, but we were talking about Alex and BABYMETAL
collaborating.
Yeah,
collab.
Yeah.
I lost it. Sorry,
you
guys.
lost it. Yeah, you fucked up.
It's gone. It's gone.
You
It's
fucked
gone.
up.
Anyways, I'm excited about the collab. I think it's gonna be Megasune style type
There's
collab,
no collab.
maybe. So that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say they have some like very technical progressive songs like Round of Nightmare and I forget the other one. It's pretty shreddy, you know. I wonder if they do like something like that where like heavy and some shred stuff in between. And on that cover we got a lot of comments saying we need to cover some of those songs. It'd be pretty cool.
Wait, which ones? Like which ones?
For
Slide of the Prevail?
No, they're saying they wanted us to cover some of those more technical BABYMETAL songs.
Oh,
on
okay.
there. That I was talking about. But yeah, guys, if you can't check that cover out because I had to re-upload it because the mastered version wasn't on there or whatnot in the music video, and I failed to check it. Yeah. All right, Jiluka. Blasted some Jiluka at the hospital.
Yeah, boy. Yes, yes, I did.
Joey,
you guys asked for this.
Joey, unfortunately, didn't get any video recording, which really sucks, but maybe in the future.
Yes, I felt extremely defeated. I could not get anybody to agree to be on camera. I think they're afraid because they were gonna be on YouTube, and
we can blur their face,
and we're kind of in the hospital setting. Yeah, but they just were like, nah, I feel uncomfortable, and I was like, all right, it's fine. Will you still listen to it? And they're like, yeah, we'll listen to it. So I had a few different moments where I kind of got people to listen to it, and it was pretty funny because some of these were like, kind of older, kind of very classic people, and I just busted out Venom on them, and they were just like, oh my God.
So what do they normally listen to in the surgical room? First off.
Yes. So it could kind of be anything, really. There's really nobody. Usually, country is a no-go. Like often the request is no-go. That's kind of a given. R&B is kind of often something that people don't want to listen to, but that's kind of hit and miss. Everything else.
What do they listen to? You just took out
everything else.
Genres.
Yeah, everything else. Usually classic rock, classical music, hard rock. Not really metal. Nobody really wants to do metal. There's a few people that have done it before. Like I've had Polyphia just pop on, and I was like, yes. As soon as I heard the bass, I'm like, yes. Who's that? I hear that. I hear it. And then the nurse is like, you listen to this? Yeah, listen to this. And we had a good day. But so this week though, you guys had requested Venom from Jiluka, which I actually had never listened to. I heard it. So when I purposely didn't listen to it until I showed it to somebody at work. So we were both
didn't even know what to expect.
Yeah, exactly. I had no idea.
You should have filmed yourself. You should have filmed yourself.
Oh, that's a good fucking point. You're fucking right. I should have filmed myself. Oh, no. I already felt defeated because I didn't get video. Now I feel
next week.
I feel
so now for next week,
Yes. For the next request, I will make sure I film myself reacting to it. God damn it. But so the first time I showed a couple people in our little break room. We're all having lunch. And I was like, hey guys, you guys want to listen to something? Just why don't you guys just give me some feedback what you think. And this was the first time I heard it was when we were all sitting for lunch. So I just put my phone in the middle of the table and I hit the play button and it just started going. And I was like, oh shit, that's fucking heavy. And I'm looking at these people and they're all kind of older, like 60s, so they're like, oh, what's this? I'm like, it's Japanese metal. I mean, this is some good shit. This is actually kind of cool. Like I was actually enjoying it. I actually do like the song a lot, actually. And these people they're just like,
just to give everyone a flavor of what this sounds like, if you don't know. So yeah.
It's fucking heavy as fuck.
Yeah, it was heavy as fuck, and it was badass. But they were not for it. And I was like, guys, but what if we listen to it in the OR? Like, what if we listen, like, while we're doing surgery, and I put it on, and what do you guys think of that? And they were like, if you do that, you'll probably be fired. I was like, come on.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't do it while we're in surgery.
On!
I did it just before.
Why would you get fired for playing Venom?
Well, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, so I didn't want to take that risk. But I was like, how about before? So I went into a room with a surgeon who I'm really close with. Like, I know him really well. So I went in there
to make sure you don't get fired.
Yeah. I was like, all right, can I play a song for you? I found this badass song, and I want you to listen to it. He's like, all right, what kind of music is it? I was like, it's some heavy shit. And he's like, nobody in this room is gonna like that, right? Like, nobody's gonna be happy about that. And I was like, but you will, and that's all that matters. It's fine. It's fine. Let me hit the button. He's like, all right, for a second, just for a second. So I hit it, and dude, he was like, that is nuts. What is that? I felt bad because now I'm interrupting him. Like, he was trying to do his thing, and he's just like,
oh, what? He's trying to do surgery?
Yeah, like, how dare you? How dare you? And so now he's like, all right, he had to like stop, and he's like, that is fucking heavy. And nobody in this room likes this. No, they're pissed. They're pissed. And the nurse comes up to me. She's like, how do you understand anything they're saying? I was like, well, in this case, it doesn't matter because it's in Japanese. So even if they were singing lullabies, you wouldn't know what the fuck they were saying. So it's irrelevant. But it sounds badass. Like, listen to those riffs, and she's like, come on.
Oh, that's so good.
So attempt number three was Friday morning. Friday morning, I went the next step, and I was in the operating room by myself, and I had my feet up on the bed. I had the recliner in there, and I waited until people came in, and then I hit the button, and it just started playing the music while I was doing my job, and they couldn't do anything because now I'm scrubbed in. So now, like, they'd have to contaminate me to get to the phone, and they couldn't. So the phone was just there playing the song the entire time I'm doing my.
You didn't give them a choice. That's good.
Yeah, they didn't have a choice.
Wait, you could do that? So you played it and then scrubbed in, and then you're just in there, right?
Yeah. It was just in my pocket. But it was not during surgery. It was like we're setting up for the surgery. So the patient wasn't there. So we're just setting up. But still, they were like, can you turn that down? Could you do something about that? It's like, nah, I can't. Obviously, you see, it's like in my pocket. Now we gotta listen to it. She's like, well, can you set up really quickly so you can turn it off? I was like, nah, I can't. So I played the whole song, and then it played, I think it was a Gazette song, and they were not happy about that either. It's a little lighter
because that's like mild,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It was definitely lighter. It was actually a lighter song too, and I was like, "This is actually what the fuck?" But they were having it. Nah.
Wow, not even the Gazette. That's great. I mean, the Gazette has some heavy songs, so I mean, that's fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty fun.
If you guys are new to this, so we're doing this thing every week for the podcast. You guys, right now, drop us some songs in the chat. What should Joey play in the OR next? That's our new segment. So
we just did Jiluka Venom.
Jiluka Venom. So you guys drop suggestions down in the right now in the comment section or right now in this live chat what you want us to do next. This next part of the podcast, we're going to read some of your guys' comments that you guys put on our last podcast in regards to what was our last podcast about. I had it up here. I lost the link. Guys. Let me pull it up. What was it about? Our last.
It was a live version of Baby Metal with Polyphia.
Yeah.
Okay, so our last podcast was about Polyphia and Baby Metal doing their live version, right? And we're comparing that to the other version. But I don't even think some of the comments were based off of that. But we also talked about the Nemophila disturbing messages and confused the shit out of Joe. And Saki's new song release is what the last podcast was about. So I love this because if you guys remember in the beginning of the first podcast, Joey was talking about a surgery, and Charles says, "That's way too much crazy information. I'm very glad there's a fast forward button to get more important part of the music lyrics, performance skills story." So, ha ha ha. Have a great, fabulous, wonderful day. He took it pretty well. He took it pretty well, Joey.
He did, you know, and I can agree with that. I wish that I had a fast forward button in most of my conversations I have with people. Come on. Mr. Nunez,
That's
have you never been there? You're having a conversation with somebody like, wow, like this is a really boring fucking conversation. You really wish there was a forward
just drop
button.
out. I just stay in my own word. I'm like, I just disappear.
He's right. I've seen him do this. We would be having like group discussions on the tour bus, and he's fully paying attention. Granted, he's probably high, but he's staring at us like we think he's with us, and then at certain points, all of us are staring at him, and he's not saying anything. And he's like, "Oh, you're asking me something?"
Yes. Okay, that's different. Like you said, I wasn't high back then.
And then he responds with, "I'm so high right now."
Great input on this conversation, Mr. Nunez. Great input.
Where do you people get the wrong impression about me? No, okay. So, like to give a bit of context, I have a lot.
We don't need context. Fuck that.
I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping for so long since I was a kid. Yeah. So, on tour, I need to be like spot on, and so I need to sleep. So, the only thing I found was this.
Yeah.
So yeah. Alan saw me high like pretty much every night on that tour. Pretty much. And it's legal there, so why not?
I concur with this.
True.
But I don't do anything when I'm home, So,
it's funny, you can talk to me. He has some friends coming to visit him, and he literally told him, like, "I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm too high." I was going to stay on the bus. Very honest. Joe's very honest. That's what I love about Joe. Yeah. It's very, very upfront.
Oh my God.
Radio Rafa is I'm curious what the chat thinks about this too right now. Radio Rafa is contesting Marty Metal because he says Marty Metal is just making up stuff. We were talking about the members of Baby Metal, what's going on with them. So he says what's really going on with the Baby Metal members is Omura has been playing for a pop singer, Ame, nonstop. Bo's 5-string bass is for production sales, as most people will play 5/6. Bo has been married a few years, no kids. The West Commies are definitely not as tight. During lives, their dual solos are not in sync. The West only played 19 to 20 and then came back in 23 after they dropped the East. Now, when I saw the Commie Band, the solos were very in sync. I don't know. Maybe you caught an off show, Ray Rafa, is what I'm thinking. But I thought that was interesting. So I don't know who was right. Because you remember we were talking about the members, and I was reading some comment, and I guess he says some other things about Bo injuring his hand or something like that. But it's all gossip. We don't really know.
Right, we don't know.
Yeah. Normally they post about that stuff online if they get injured anyways, right? For the most part.
I hope so.
Yeah. Jägermeister798 said on the last podcast, my personal take on Baby Metal's official live music is no different than studio music with editing and everything. It's just in a stadium instead of a studio. So they have better acoustics to better express the heavy instrumentals and Sue's vocals. Plus, you get fans interacting and responding, which is how their music should be experienced. I completely agree with that take. I completely agree with you, Jägermeister, on that one. Great discussion regarding the band. Arguments over the Commie Band have always annoyed me because all these changes happen around the same time that Mikio's passing, which to me feels way too close to be a coincidence. I like the way Commie Band is being handled now. They have addressed some fan concerns already by giving them more stage presence on professional videos, but I don't expect them to do a whole lot more. Yeah, I feel like the Commie Band was definitely spotlighted a lot more in the past, and they did really technical stuff on guitar compared to the newer stuff. It's still good, but it's not as technical for sure. The newer Baby Metal is not as technical as old Baby Metal at all, in my opinion.
Wait, to go back to that comment, like he says, music is no different than studio music with editing and everything. It's just in a stadium instead of a studio, so they have better acoustics to better express the heavy instrumentals and Sue's vocals.
Mm-hmm.
The better acoustics in a like arena full of echo, where like all the instrument bleeds into the mics, into everybody's mics. I don't know about that. If you compare a stadium versus like a soundproof studio that has been worked on and thought of.
Yeah. I think what he's referring,
it's better acoustics.
I think what he's referring to is what Baby Metal does is they always edit in more stuff to their live recordings, so it just feels like it sounds better because it's almost like the mix is being done more proper to make it sound live. And it goes back to what I was saying when you send all
it's
the
more
tracks
stripped down, I would say.
Yeah.
It's more stripped down because there's less layers and stuff like that, so it's probably way easier to mix and stuff. But all the bands do that anyway. So you can't release like a, even a live version. You cannot release like a shitty thing, straight from the mixing console. It would sound like shit. So no, yeah. Like all the bands.
Yeah, it's very dry too. It's very dry too. You have to edit it out and everything. So they definitely do some editing when it comes to those live recordings. No matter what, they do some degree of it. Either way. But Maximum Hormone is a great example right now because that new song we just heard was not overproduced. That was mixed in a really good way. Very organic sounding. Like you heard the fucking drum set. Dude, how often do we barely hear the actual kit? Like we know they put samples over it, right? And the real kit's there, but sometimes they put the samples way louder than the original kit. When I was listening to that Maximum Hormone song, I'm like, hell yeah, it was perfect. And then when I got to the chorus, then they added a little bit more snare sample and they increased it because the guitars got louder, right? So it could punch through. But when it was less music, you could hear the ringing of that snare. You could hear everything. It sounds super organic. It was really good. That Maximum Hormone song was a great example of how to mix a song, I think, in my opinion. It was beautifully done where it felt raw, but not too raw, What did you guys think?
That's one of the reason I really like Maximum the Hormone also, because they're very, they're very real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you
don't
overproduce
metal,
stuff.
Man.
And, yeah, it is. It is.
You got to get into it. It's like refreshing metal. It's same thing with like Baby Metal. Like they're just refreshing styles of metal. Even with the Electric Callboy too, I like a lot. I just like that. It's just very refreshing sounding. I hope it never gets stale. Because that normally happens. A lot of bands will start doing similar things and it gets stale after a while. But overall, it's it's really good. But anyways, so guys, I hope you enjoy this podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you so much for the super chats that came in right now. I really appreciate it, guys. It really helps us keep doing what we're doing. If you want to support us further, you can always check out our Patreon. We have a podcast tier under there, and it helps support what we do here. Shout out to Andrew, who's helping us produce the show from Nashville. You're awesome, man. Thank you guys so much. Drop your comments. We'll read them on the next podcast. Let us know if you have any segment ideas for us, if you want us to shoot them in there.
Wait, the song.
What?
Yeah, what's the song?
Pick a song for.
Oh, yeah, pick a song.
Yeah,
we got to pick a song. What song are we doing? Should we do Hanabie? Let's do Hanabie.
You want to do?
Somebody mentioned Hanabie.
Like people were suggesting stuff.
Janine said Ren murder. For surgery.
I'm not sure about
that. Well, okay, we have Hanabie as a choice. We have Gungire as a choice. Somebody says "See You on the Other Side" by Ozzy as a choice. We got Ren Murderer.
Lorna Shore.
Lorna Shore. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, we got
some Slaughter to Prevail.
Slaughter to Prevail. Let's do Hanabie. We got a lot of Hanabie. We'll do Slaughter to Prevail next week. How about that? We'll keep it Japanese related. Maximum Hormone's a good one too. Hanabie. Right.
What song?
We love sweets. We love sweets.
We love sweets.
Let's go with that
one. Okay.
Right. So we'll see you all next week. We'll show you. We'll tell you what they thought of We Love Sweets. We'll see if we can get somebody, if we can film. You haven't heard the song yet, right?
I think I have, yeah.
Well, just in case, film yourself. It's so funny that you didn't even hear the song and you still showed it to him. That's
because I thought that would be fun. That was the whole point. I really did. I thought that'd be fucking hilarious.
Guys, yes, hit the like button like Charles said. Guys, we really appreciate it all. I hope you guys are enjoying this new podcast that we started on the channel. It's been really fun for us. We love doing this. So stay tuned. We got more stuff coming out in the future. And see you all in the next one, all right? See you.
See you guys.
You.